Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the SBGamefun channel and to a new series. I'm just finishing up with the Sinking City and that dark, macabre, occultic H.P. Lovecraft kind of stuff, so we're going to just continue with that Frogwares trend and move right into Sherlock Holmes, Crime and Punishment. Do a quick check on options here, make sure everything is good. I had already set these, but I'm going to double check them. Oh, look at that. That is loud. Okay, I'm going to leave that. I'm going to turn the music down. Music is essential in creating drama. So I want to make sure there's enough of that, but not too much. Same with sound effects. Sound effects is meant for us to hear so we can respond, and if we don't hear it, then it's no good. So I guess I'll make adjustments as we go. Gameplay. Subtitles are on. Okay. How to play. There's the keyboard breakdown. That's interesting. First person, third person is R, but they don't have E. They're not using the letter E. That's interesting. And there's no way to change the controls either, is there? Yeah. Okay, well, enough of that. Let's go back and let's start a new game. In memory of the Ukrainian Heavenly Hundred. Oh, just like Sherlock. Oh, okay, I can take cover by the sofa. Okay, this is how you move, huh?
Holmes, will you stop that?
Oh, bare face.
You are utterly mad.
Wait for the reload.
Stop, Holmes!
Is that you, Watson?
Yes, of course it is. And you almost killed me.
Nonsense. I was aiming for the vases.
Blindfolded?
Watson, quiet, please. I'm trying to concentrate. Ah, Lestrade. What is it this time?
He can see me. Well, here it is, and it's a good one, Mr. Holmes. A gentleman by the name of Peter Carey, also known as Black Peter, has been murdered.
A sailor, most probably.
What happened here?
Oh, Mr. Holmes, how could you?
It's the only exercise I've had all week. A grateful client from Limoges sent me a vase collection this morning. I couldn't think of a better use for it.
You're out of your mind.
I missed 4 out of 10.
Given you were blindfolded, that was very good. Can I have a try?
Am I the only sane one here?
I suppose that Watson is right, Inspector. A little brain work would be preferable now. Do please tell us more about Black Peter.
Peter Carey, born in 1845 and 50 years old. An ambitious sort, he achieved much success in seal and whale hunting around Scandinavia. Retired in 1884 with a small fortune. He invested his money in a property called Woodman's Lee, near Forest Row in Sussex. It was where he lived for 6 years, and where he was found dead yesterday.
Has the investigation already begun?
Yes and no. In fact, this crime is so mysterious that I would prefer you to join me down there.
Give me half an hour to prepare, Inspector.
Take your time and join me there. I have to go through the yard first. The merry men struck again.
What have they done this time?
They robbed a powder reserve. I'll meet you at Woodman's Lee, Mr. Holmes.
I should help Mrs. Hudson here. I also have several appointments that I must keep this afternoon.
I shall go alone, then.
Press tab to open the casebook and check your current progress in the investigation, task, evidence, etc. So let's take a look at the tab button. Investigate the murder. So our 3 tasks in our journal here is to investigate the murder of Peter Carey. Inspect the crime scene at Woodman's Lee. Select a suit to wear using your personal wardrobe and join Lestrade at Woodman's Lee. So there's a couple tabs up here. What is this? This is your map, I guess, of London. Your evidence section. So this is the profile of the victim, Peter Carey, also known as Black Peter. Born in 1845 and so 50 years old. He achieved great success in whale hunting in Scandinavia, so he was a successful whale hunter. He retired in 1884, eventually moving to Woodman's Lee. Now, in Lestrade's statement, he said he invested in Woodman's Lee, so I assumed he took his retirement and bought Woodman's Lee. So, let's keep going here. What is this? Documents. There's no documents so far. And what is this? Dialogue. Oh, they actually give you a contextual breakdown of the dialogue. Very interesting. And souvenirs. And echoes. What is an echoes? And character portraits. Well, we won't know a lot of these until we get into it, so let's escape. And let's do a little bit of searching. Oh, goodness. So, how to play is F1. I can switch between first person and third person with R. Okay, good. It's a little bit. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna have to be a little bit slower with my movements there. Or options. Let's turn down the gameplay mouse sensitivity. Okay, see, I do this because I don't want to throw up. I don't want to. I'm going to turn it down to 15 for now. Okay, that's a little better. I think I have to turn it down some more, but we'll see. So this is his analysis table. Actually, let's step back and take a look at the entire room here. Wow, this is very Victorian. Or should I say the circa 1880s London. So that's very nice with these lacy curtains. And there's a boxing bag here. I just noticed that there's a boxing bag next to the plant, next to Watson, and there's some covered up photos and music sheets. Wonder, is there anything hidden in these photos or paintings? I mean, clearly this is organized crime in London, Sherlock Holmes. So he actually, there's a book here written by Sherlock Holmes. More paintings. And is that the woman that he, an acquaintance, or is that one of his criminal that he prosecuted, or investigated. Sorry, investigated. Okay, there's a map here. Let's take a look at this.
A map of London and the surrounding area. It could be useful.
Okay, it's going to take some getting used to because E does not serve any purpose. I'm pressing E. Okay, that's the door, so that probably takes me out to the street.
Oh, what a mess! What a terrible mess!
Sorry, Mrs. Hudson.
Oh, what a mess! What a terrible mess!
Oh, look at that. A door. Oh, the door to Watson's room. Wow, Watson, you have such a tidy place. The wash basin. Facial, look at that. Straight blade razor for cutting the old day method. And what was he reading here? Can't tell by that book. It's a twin right there. And he's writing. Oh, let's see what he's writing. A study of cigar and cigarette ash. Sherlock Holmes. He's this is Sherlock Holmes studying cigar and cigarette ash. The psychology of the human face. Sailors, masons, and cooks. Sherlock Holmes. Oh, Sherlock Holmes did a lot of writing. Can't read any of that. So, this is clearly the doctor's room. Oh, look at that. Fanciful paintings of revolution. Okay, see that? I'm pressing E, but it's not E. It's left click. Research. This is his research wall.
My archive. I can always consult with it if needed.
Consult the archives and letters. So he gets letters here.
This is where I keep my post.
So his post arrives here. Ah, nice warm fire. Yes. I keep my fire. Oh, where's his coal and wood? More archives, I assume.
My archive. I can always consult with it if needed.
And this is
my archive. I can always consult with it if needed.
More archives. Okay, I'm actually hung on the pot. On the geometry there. All swords. Look at those paintings and pictures of whatever it is he's. Oh, look, I forgot that code, that the dancing men or whatever. You can see it right there on the screen. That was coded messages in one of his cases. Yeah, look at all of that. I wonder if there's any of his cases. Clearly, that's one of his case. Came from one of his case. Yes, I love Sherlock Holmes. Well, I should say I love the Jeremy Brett Granada series. That was probably my favorite series. Agatha Christie's. Agatha Christie. Conan Doyle's Sherlock. Is it Conan Doyle? Yeah. All right. And look at that. He's studying human anatomy. which is somehow tied to all this stuff. Yes. Oh yeah, and I mentioned Agatha Christie because I'm also a big fan of Poirot. I think I've watched every one of those episodes as well. I think that was the BBC series. Really great work done by David Suchet. Anyhow, I think we've gotten everything. This is his analysis table.
My analysis table. It is useful for my work.
And this is his view. Oh, look at that. That's a telescope. His view down to the London street from his 221B Baker Street loft. What is he watching here? Oh, Lord. Sherlock, what are you doing? What are you doing? No, I don't want to see that. Or anything. There's a lot of people mingling around downstairs. Alright, Watson. You have anything to say?
You go along to Peter Carey's house. Mrs. Hudson and I will take care of the mess you've made here.
Oh, thank you. Rubbing it in. Okay, how do you change? We didn't run into anything. Oh, we missed a room back here. We walk right by it. There we go. Oh, here's Sherlock's place. The door automatically closes. Oh, there it is. There's the makeup table. We'll swing all the way around. Let's take a look over here. So his T's, crime and punishment. Fyodor Dostoevsky. I know I'm not pronouncing that right, so forgive me. And there it is, another nice little warm fireplace in the cold, damp London streets. Yes, that'll take away the chills. And he has a wardrobe, and he has a makeup table where he does all his makeup. Oh, so we can actually change it up. Oh, but these are all locked to us, it looks like. Oh, Lord. There's the... That looks more like Jeremy Brett right there. Whoops. Slick back hair. But I can't use that yet. So we'll just do that. Yeah, none of these are available to us at this very moment. Oh, look at those glasses. Oh. Facial hair. Do we have access to facial hair? Holy cow, look at that. Oh my goodness. Look at that. Need a shave. Straight razor, man. Oh, look at that. That's one major beard. Wow, that's like a wizard. Arch villain. Look at those mutton chops, I guess, or what do you call them? Okay, yeah, technically all of these are locked to us. So we will leave it as is for now. Confirm, yes. I'm not changing anything because... oops. Let's take a look at the wardrobe. Okay, before we do that, let's take a look. Select a suit to wear using your personal wardrobe and join Lestrade at Woodman's Lee. Okay, so we need to take a look at his outfits. There's a casual suit, black suit, brown suit, green suit. I guess these are all available to us right now. Gray suit, light suit, bandit outfit. How is that bandit outfit? Oh, that's locked to us. Farmer outfit is locked as well. Morning gown is locked. sailor's outfit is locked. Unbuttoned suit is locked. Oh wow, that's Mr. Downey Jr. right there. And a casual. Since this is Holmes, let's I'm gonna go with a light suit. That's what I remember Brett wearing. A lot of lights and darks. I don't remember any browns. So we'll go with that. And B to the makeup table. But we don't need it. So we can escape. Alright, so there we are. Gray suit. Alright, let's get out of here. To this place called Woodman's Lee. Sorry, Mrs. Hudson. Didn't mean to make such a mess. And you've been sweeping that same broken clump of vases. You should have been done by now, Mrs. No wonder he didn't like her. Okay. There's Baker Street. So let's head to Woodman's Lee, wherever this is. So I can open the casebook here while the load screen is taking place. Oh, did anything change in here? Nope, looks like nothing changed. Alright, so
Mr. Holmes, I'm over here. Come on.
Mr. Holmes, I'm over here. Okay, Mr. Holmes. So we need to go down here. What is... Oh. What is T again? T is Sherlock talent. So his innate ability to catch details. Mr. Sherlock Holmes. Concentrate your attention on finding details that others are inclined to overlook. So there's a pathway. Land around stone. There's footprints. Examine the footprints.
These footprints appear to be quite large.
Okay, so evidence required. Okay, evidence. So I need to get some evidence in order to further investigate these footprints. Is there anything else that I need to pay attention to? Okay. So let me see if I can operate like this, then I can see better. Oh, look at that.
It seems that the garden was well maintained.
It clearly is well maintained, and I'll be honest with you, it's a massive garden, man. That's a lot of work. Those are very evenly spaced rows. A lot of plants per section. Yeah, it's very well maintained, and it's a lot.
It seems that the garden was well maintained.
Yes, it was, Sherlock. Look at that. Even a watering trough. So yeah, this ain't no normal. Oh, he's got bug problems here. Goodness. Mosquitoes. Locusts, it looks like. Grasshoppers. Ugh. Alright, let's come up here. Oh, wait a minute. Was that door was locked? Oh, I can run. Shift to run.
Mr. Holmes?
Mr. Holmes? Yes, officer. So let's head up here. Let's do a little bit of exploration before we make contact with Lestrade there. So what's back here? Oh, so there's a wall right here. I can't go back there. I should have blocked that off entirely. prevent me from going there.
Mr. Holmes?
Mr. Holmes. Alright, everybody's using the same voice, Mr. Holmes. Oh, cutscene.
Inspector Lestrade, when will you remove my husband's body? It's sacrilegious to leave him here like this.
As soon as we can, Mrs. Carey, I assure you. Allow me to introduce you to Mr. Sherlock Holmes. He's a detective. No doubt you've heard of him. I'll wait for you in front of the cabin, Mr. Holmes.
My condolences, Mrs. Carey.
Thank you, Mr. Holmes.
Okay, so we have 3 questions to ask her. And there's something else down here. What is this? Oh, so these are fine details of observation. A to go forward, backwards, D to go forward, A and D. Okay, this is forward. Oh, there's something here. Oh, a birdhouse. Okay, I see, you can see there's some blurry text here. So I think there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 details we need to look for, and I found the second one right here. The cameo of someone. And what is this? Gardening gloves. Crested tit. That's a bird, by the way, for those who don't know, who might want to use the word for some other nefarious purposes. Oh, she's a Catholic with her cross. A Catholic rosary. Everything will come easier. Okay, so now it's time to ask her some questions. I assume that's to go back.
Thank you, madam.
Okay, so that's to get out of the conversation. Okay, so let's go into the conversation. Let's ask her. Anything unusual happened on the night of the murder?
Madam, can you tell me if you saw or heard anything unusual upon the night of the murder?
At 2 o'clock in the morning, I heard a terrible scream. But I thought nothing of it then. He would scream all the time when he was drunk.
So Peter Carey screamed all the time, or I guess often when he was drunk. Evening before the murder, anything happened on the evening before the murder?
Can you please tell me what occurred on the evening of the murder?
Well, Peter got drunk in the evening. He was in such a terrible temper. Usually whenever that happened, he'd stay all night drinking in his cabin before passing out.
So clearly he's a drunk. He's an alcoholic. When was the body? When did you find the body?
Do you remember at what time you found your husband's body?
In the morning, at around 7 o'clock. I noticed the cabin door was open, but I didn't go in to take a look, for I knew my husband would not have liked it. At around 10 o'clock I dared to glance in through the door and... oh dear.
She was clearly fearful of her husband because she did not like it when he was drunk. So he's probably very verbal. A lot of drunks are very verbal, get aggressive. Did he have visitors before the murder or on the night of the murder?
Was your husband accustomed to receiving visitors?
Oh, no, I don't think so. I mean, he didn't really have many friends. He lived quite an isolated life here, after his retirement.
Wow, so he moved into isolation after his retirement. So he came here after making a lot of money, invested in the Woodman's Lee, a remote place, I guess, and just kind of hermitized himself. Oh, look, there's a question here about a gardener. Is the garden tended by a gardener?
The garden is very large and well maintained. Do you employ someone to look after it?
It is true, there is a lot of work, but my husband took care of it himself.
Did he now? Everything will become easier. Wow, what is this statement? What does the statement mean?
You have indeed suffered a great loss, Mrs. Carey. Nevertheless, I believe it will be less of a burden for you soon.
Yes. Life with Peter was never easy, but he was still my husband.
He was different, wasn't he, when you first met him upon your return from Plymouth?
Yes, Mr. Holmes. Oh, my goodness, but how do you know about that?
Oh my goodness, how do I know? Profile of the victim. Tab to browse the evidence. Choose the evidence that confronts the statement of a character. Oh, I didn't read that. I got that. Okay, let's take a look at this here. Because there's stuff here. Evidence here. Let's say Judith Carey is a woman with an uneasy life due to her unhappy marriage with Peter. Okay, so she's unhappy. Uneasy life due to her unhappiness by being married to Peter. She is very religious. She is a Christian Catholic woman who undertook a St. James Way pilgrimage when she was young. Ooh, there's more evidence. Bunch of evidence now. The garden and the fields are well kept. A capable garden works here. Is Peter Carey a capable garden? There are unidentified footprints left recently on a patch of wet earth at Woodman's Lee. They may have been left by the murderer. Perhaps I could find a pair of boots that would match them. Okay, so that we have to do that. I guess find some boots. And we've already read the evidence for Mr. Carey, Peter Carey. So let's take a look, see if there's anything else. Documents, another document conversation. So nothing in souvenirs, no echoes. Okay, so we did get a character portrait of Judith. Judith is from the country, somewhere near the ancient pine woods of Inverness and Strathspey in Scotland, where the crested tit bird can be found. So that's why it accounts for her little book, The Crested Tit. She is religious and undertook the St. James Way pilgrimage to the Cathedral of Santiago de Compostela when she was a young woman. So she engaged in a pilgrimage to this particular cathedral, being a devout Catholic person, Christian. The profile of the victim. How do you know about the Plymouth? We can say that she endured a pilgrimage, because I think that's where it was mentioned.
You undertook a pilgrimage to the Cathedral of Santiago de Compostela when you were young. That much is evident from the rosary in your hand. The shortest route for the pilgrim from England to Spain is from Plymouth. I believe that you met Peter Carey as a young sailor there, and you married him soon afterwards.
That is indeed what happened, Mr. Holmes. How extraordinary.
Thank you, madam.
How extraordinary. It's not that extraordinary. I mean, they have staged the conversation to lead in that direction, so it doesn't seem to make it that extraordinary, because I think Holmes is much more extraordinary, so it doesn't seem so extraordinary for him, in my opinion. I think his deductions are much more complex. Oh, look, more gardening.
It seems that the garden was well maintained.
Yes, it was. They're not going to give me a whole bunch of those, are they? Okay, this is a box that came in through a cart. You can see the cart. This, I take it goes outside. Oh, no, don't want to go outside.
Mr. Holmes?
Mr. Holmes. Okay. All the cops use the same voice. Footprints. Footprints. So we have footprints. Okay, hold on one second here. Ah. Is there anything over here? Nope. Is there anything over by Mrs. Carey that might... This is sort of like that special ability that Mr. Charles Reed used in The Sinking City. So he could see all the weird occultic symbols. Alright, so we need to go down and talk to Lestrade. But before we do that, let's take a look and see if there's anything here. Nope. Okay, can we go beyond here? We'll talk to Lestrade in just a second. Anything over here? Anything? Oh, come on. There's a big old gap right there. I could have gone behind the wall right there. The trees. See, I got back here. Behind the house. The shed. Or whatever this is. Oh, look. All the way over here. Wow, look at that tangled tree. Ugh, that looks... Can I go this way? Oh, yes. All the way around. Alright, Lestrade. Let's talk.
Peter Carey's body is inside the cabin. We took care not to touch anything.
Well, that's very, very nice of you, Lestrade. Okay, let's open the door.
The door is locked.
Wait just a moment, Mr. Holmes, and I'll open it. I locked it yesterday to ensure that no one should enter the cabin and tamper with the evidence.
Ah, good thinking.
Hello, hello, hello.
What is it, Lestrade?
It seems to me that someone has tried to force it, Mr. Holmes.
Let me see.
Okay, so we can now do some observations on the door. Oh, some tea. We need to go into this fanciful... Is there anything here?
These scratches are fresh. You're right. Someone tried to force open the door.
I swear these scratches were not here yesterday.
Our mysterious visitor came here last night.
Well, he's not the man for the job. This lock is not a difficult one.
Perhaps he did not have the right tool.
Okay. So someone attempted to unlock the door and make entry after it was locked by Lestrade. So therefore, someone is either coming back, the murderer, maybe, to retrieve something that he did not get, maybe. Let's go inside. Oh!
What a terrible way to die.
Yes, that's yes, that is a pretty terrible way to die. Holy cow. There's some stuff on the shelf. Suspiciously empty space. Oh, let's take a look.
This place is not covered with dust, like the rest of the shelf. An object was taken from here. It was larger than a book. A box or a small chest, perhaps.
Sperm whale tooth.
The tooth of a sperm whale, probably from one of Peter Carey's catches.
Okay, so there's a map here. Oh, Hammerfest.
Hammerfest.
Dundee.
Dundee. It's a whaling map.
So it must have been a trip that a whaling that he took from Dundee in England all the way up to Hammerfest. Norway or Sweden, one of the two. Could be Finland too. Alright, so already we're doing research. I want to look around a little more. Look at that size of that shark mouth right there. So there's the bunk here, which is weird. Let's be sleeping in here when he has a wife. You have a ship's logs.
The ship's logs of the Sea Unicorn for the years 1878 to 1884. Peter Carey was her captain.
Peter Carey was the captain of the Sea Unicorn. Okay, here's a chest here. Whoa. Guy lost a lot of blood. Okay, let's keep looking. Whoa, look at the booze this guy's been drinking. Lots of booze. There's something over here. Navigational tools.
Old navigation instruments. Nothing interesting.
Yep. Clock? No, I mean a pocket compass. What is that? Oh, that's a pair of boots. Gosh, I couldn't even see it from this angle. That could be evidence.
Peter Carey's boots. They look to be a size 8.
Is that the size for the garden? I haven't finished looking. Oh, okay, so I guess there isn't anything. Look at that right there. He's got a sign of the Sea Unicorn, Dundee. Oh, there's more pictures. Oh, look, harpoons. And also the murder weapon. Wow.
Harpoons for hunting whales.
Wow. Got some bug problems in this place. And of course, a nice little stove to keep the little house warm. Yes.
The Sea Unicorn. She was the ship that Peter Carey commanded.
Alright. Oh, it's a pool of blood. Let's do... Is there anything here? Nope. There's a notebook. Let's take it. There's an inscription.
JHN are probably the initials of the owner of this notebook.
JHN. It's almost like John.
JHN are probably the initials of the owner of this notebook.
Oh, I gotta turn it around. Oh, there's blood.
The pattern of the blood stain indicates that the notebook was not lying on the floor prior to the crime, but it was dropped into the pool of blood after the death of Peter Carey.
So either the murderer dropped it, or someone who may have dropped it afterwards. Could have been the murderer. And what's inside? Abbreviations.
These abbreviations mean something, but what?
But what? That's a good question. I think he would have lost more blood if he got skewered in the heart like that. This is a sea knife.
This wooden handle is plain and solid. This blood is from the pool underneath the dead body. Peter Carey tried to defend himself with this knife, but he did not succeed.
No, he did not. Oh, look at the bugs. By now, would have been a crap load of maggots here. Peter Carey's clothes.
Peter Carey was fully dressed. He was not caught by surprise. It is possible that he knew his murderer.
So, based on...
Peter Carey was fully dressed. He was not caught by surprise. It is possible that he knew his murderer.
So based on that observation, it means that there's a good likelihood he knew the person who killed him.
This man is in his 50s, yet he still looks quite strong.
Yep.
Peter Carey was fully...
Okay. Harpoon?
Peter Carey was impaled to the wall by a whaling harpoon.
Whoa. That's serious.
Peter Carey was...
Okay, so...
Peter Carey...
Alright, so we got all that we could there.
The weapon fully penetrated the body. The force of the blow was immense.
Okay, so... Immense force pushing or spearing him to the wall like a spear. Was it thrown or was it thrusted? I mean, you literally have to be in close quarters to thrust. And throwing it, I don't know if you can get enough force to throw, to impale a person to the wall. That's crazy. Let's examine the table. His rum.
Rum.
Ah!
A sailor's drink.
A sailor's drink. Some dirty glasses, 2 of them, which implies there may be more than one person here.
Someone drank from this glass recently. It seems that Captain Carey was enjoying a drink before he met his death. Someone drank from this glass recently.
So there's 2 glasses. You can make the assumption that there was 2 people here. A tobacco pouch. Rotate the object in directions to examine it thoroughly and uncover new details. So we have initials, PC.
The initials PC have been crudely burned. A sailor's work.
So this is Peter Carey's tobacco pouch. Yeah, it's tobacco. Oh.
This aroma is familiar, but to recognize it, I must construct my associations in one picture.
Okay, I have to rotate it. What is this? Why is it glowing? Oh, I can move it. Oh, I can move it. Okay. There's something else here I can move. What is this? Okay, so left click, I can move these items. Left and... Okay, this is a pipe. It looks like an image of a pipe, or translucent image of a pipe. And this is a translucent image of a tobacco leaf. And this is a ship, a picture of a ship. Does it work? No. It doesn't fit anywhere. This only goes up and down, so it doesn't fit anywhere. It doesn't look like it. I'm not getting anything. Oh, look at that. You can actually see it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 layers. Oh, I can reverse it to this side even. Oh, look! Look, 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 look. That's pretty close. Look at that. Oh, 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 oh. We're so close. Okay, so I can move this. Oh, look at that. I can move this. Oh, look at that. Oh, yes.
Yes. This is a coarse tobacco, quite strong and very popular among sailors.
A coarse tobacco, very popular among sailors. Oh, my inspection of Woodman's Lee is complete. So let's take a look at this. Let's do a quick look. Okay, that's where I'm at. Inspect the crime scene at Woodman's Lee. I got the suit on. I already completed that. Okay, so let's hop over here. Oh my goodness, we picked up a whole bunch of stuff. So let's move up the chain. So we had a dialogue. Ship's log for the years of 1878 to 1884 are stacked on the shelf. No doubt they contain the whale and seal hunting expedition reports of Black Peter. There is a notebook, abbreviations, a notebook found at the crime scene with the initials JHN. I think it's John or something like that. There are the following abbreviations inside: ASM, TY, BRS, OMTI, TK, and all. I'm not going to try to read all that. This is a bunch, and it's on this book right here. And there's numbers corresponding to it. I mean, that looks like bank accounts, maybe? I don't know. And the knife. The sharp knife was found on the floor near the body of Black Peter. The blade shows no signs of use, so therefore he could not effectively defend himself, or he was too drunk. Dialogue. That little dialogue, what is this? Outline in the dust on the shelf. Okay, I'm trying to remember the shelf. The outline of the dust in one of Carey's shelves looks as if something had been recently removed. It is larger than a book, a box, or a small chest, perhaps. Okay, so I have to talk to somebody about that. I find a use for the Carey's boots. They appear to be size 8. Okay, we know where that. We would have to test for that one. And we have to have a conversation with somebody about tobacco. There's a tobacco pouch made from sealskin, which was on the table inside Peter's cabin. The initial PC has been crudely burned on it. A sailor's work. I mean, that would be Peter Carey, right? Alright, anything here? I got a more in-depth profile of Peter Carey. Was born in 1845 and was 50 years of age. He was daring and successful seal and whale hunter. He commanded the whaler Sea Unicorn of Dundee for many successful expeditions. In 1884, he retired and traveled for some years. For the remaining 6 years of his life, he lived at Woodman's Lee. So he was a successful seafaring whalesman. Captain. Alright, so how much time do we have? Oh my gosh, the dialogue and everything is... Okay, so let's B. What is B? What is B? Oh, it's just like a... What is this? What is this called? You're not made any deductions. I'm gonna exit out. B. What is this called? This is like that one on Charles Reed. I forgot what it was called. I haven't made any deductions. I know. Look at the clues. Okay, so there's a gardener. Judith Carey says her husband took care of the garden himself. That does not sound feasible. She might be hiding something. So there's no gardener, but yet the garden is well kept. So it's kind of like that. Okay, I'm trying to remember what it was. A Mine Palace? Is that what it is? Okay, it's not attached here. It's not attached here. It's not attached here. Okay, so let's unlock that. Escape. Let's go down here. Oh, look at that. I got something. Draw a clear picture of the crime by following the deductions from the combination of clues. An ambush must be made tonight to see if the break-in will be repeated. So the deduction is that we need to create an ambush. So something in the clues.
Someone was here yesterday. They attempted to force the door to gain entry.
So we got a new task. Organize an ambush with Lestrade. The mysterious intruder might return tonight to finish what he has planned. Okay. Let's do a quick look at that thing again. B. What is B? open deduction space. I don't know what that's the deduction space. So it's like the Mind Palace from, I think that's what it was, the Mind Palace from, because there's so many. I've watched gameplay of the new chapter 1 of Sherlock, young Sherlock, and I think they use something similar there too. So we had to create an ambush. An ambush must be made. So let's go back to the spaces. Did we do everything else here? Yeah, we did. So there's nothing else available to us. So let's pop out. We're running low on time, so let's do a quick dash. Okay, let's do the shoes, then we'll talk to... no, we'll do the shoe first. T. There it is. Oh, you actually have to stuff it in there.
These boots don't match the footprints.
So these footprints were not made by Peter Carey, which means they were made by someone else. His murderer, perhaps? Or someone who came to steal something? I don't know. But clearly we didn't get that from... I mean, it's still right now just evidence, so... Our next task would be to speak to Inspector to create an ambush, but we are out of time, so I'm going to leave it right there, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, 1 hour is all I can give. I'm going to leave it right there, and we will come back on the next episode and follow up with this this murder investigation, and we will find out who did this to Mr. Peter Carey. Yeah, that's a horrible way to die. Again, appreciate you coming on and watching this, clicking on the video and watching it. Hey, if you like it, click that like button, because it will help the channel get to a bigger audience. Oh, I'm just stepping all over the evidence. Yeah, just smart, Sherlock. Yeah, and if you like this enough, hey, consider subscribing and click on that bell to get notified when I upload new content or the next episode. And I will see you back here on episode 2. Until then, have a good one.